Hi and welcome to my demo today of the ExifTool. So we want to begin by opening our browser of choice, and then we are going to want to go to our choice of search engine. I'm going to use Google, and then I'm going to look up the ExifTool. From here I'm going to click on the first website, or the ExifTool.org is also an option to do in your search bar. From here you're going to be faced with three different options. So you either have the Mac OS package for your Mac users, your Windows executable for your Windows users, and then you have the download version for the Perl library. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to download, and then I'm going to show in folder to go to my downloads here. And then from here what I'm going to do is extract it. So I've already extracted it here, and then I'm just going to open it up. So the first thing I'm going to see here is this is the executable that you're going to find in this file. You're not going to find anything else in here. I just have some things in here for our demo today. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to double click on it, and it's going to give me some information. So I'm going to full screen it, and we're going to take a look here. So it reads out its name. It says it's read and write metadata information in files. Here's some instructions, some more instructions, and then here we have a synopsis. So if I press spacebar, I'm going to continue, and we get some more information here, a bit of description, some information about file types. So it looks like we have read, write, or create here. And then if I continue here, we can see that there's also some arguments that we can use and things of that nature. So I'm just going to keep pressing spacebar here to kind of jump through things. Essentially it looks like a man page, so we're going to continue jumping through this. And eventually, if I just hold down spacebar, I'm going to get to the end here, and I'm just going to press enter. So this will work on files if you just drag and drop them. So as you can see here, I dragged this PNG file to it, and it brought up some information about it. So as you can see here, we have the version number, the file name, where it's located, the file size, some metadata here about creation, modification, and access, file permission, file types, the MIME type, image width, and so these are more information about what's inside of this file and some other information about the origins of it, along with the image size. So then if I press enter here, it's just gonna cancel it out. So this by itself is not going to work on the command line. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually gonna copy it, then I'm just gonna paste it here, and then I'm going to actually rename it, and I'm gonna get rid of all of this and just leave it like this. So now it's going to work on the command line. So if I open a command prompt, and then I'm going to have to navigate to this folder. So I know it's on the D drive. I know it's in my folder under downloads, and then it's under ExifTool. So now if I see here, when I run dir, I can see all the files that I have located in here. So now if I run the ExifTool, right, with any of the files here, so I'm just going to run it against this JPEG file here, it's not found, but if I actually supply it the correct name by using the tab key here, I can actually get the correct information. So now I get all the information regarding that file. It looks a little bit the same, however you do see some differences here in the information provided. Something very cool here we can do is if we actually go into this file and change its properties, and instead of it being a PNG file, what we're going to do is rename it to a JPEG file, So if I double check here, so like I said, I'm going to change the name here from png.jpg, and it's going to change the file extension, and that's good. So if I open it up here, now it's a JPEG and not a PNG. So then what I can do here is I can run it against png.jpg, and it's gonna get me some interesting information. It knows it's a JPEG, however it actually knows it is a PNG. So that's one thing that this software is able to do, is even if the file may not tell you it is a PNG or it's not an exe, it will recognize that it is, and it will print out the information based on that. So some other things that we can do here is we're gonna run this against a txt file. So I'm going to create a text file, and I'm just gonna call it new text, and I'm just gonna put in here the word hello, and I'm gonna say how are you, good, how are you, just some sample information, saving it, and then I'm gonna close it. So just to demonstrate here, I'm just gonna grab this, push it against this. It's gonna give me some information here. It's gonna give me the line count, the word count, new lines, ASCII, text file, you know, pretty much the same information. We just have a little bit of new information because this is new type of file. So from here, what I can do is I can actually do some editing on the command line with this. So if I open this back up, and then I'm gonna go to ExifTool, and then I'm going to use the dash to add arguments, and let's just say I want to change the file name of that new text document that I created to hello.txt, and now I need to provide it the file. So I'm gonna go and find new text.txt. So now I'm gonna enter, and it's gonna say one image file updated, excuse me. And so if I run dir again, I see it's now called hello.txt. And if I run the file against hello.txt, now it looks like we have the same exact information. However, now the file name has changed, but we still get pretty much the same exact information, same size, same line count, same word count. However, it does look like some of the maybe information here is changed just because we've accessed it and modified it as well. So if we go back into here, we see hello.txt has changed, JPEG, PNG, all that kinds of good stuff. Some other things that you can do is you can actually take this, the software, and then you can actually use the W, and then I'm gonna say information.txt. So I'm going to write the output to the file information.txt, and then I'm gonna provide it, let's provide it the JPEG file, and I'm gonna hit enter, and it's gonna say one output file created. And then I'm gonna go into here, click on this, and look, we have all the information that would have been provided on the command line right into this file, which is certainly super helpful, because with this we can actually drag directories and different things of that nature and folders to this, or even on the command line, to get mass amount of information.